Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Sabbath School Nuggets. Now, before we begin, I just want to take a moment to thank Cynthia for taking us through last week's lesson, A Day in the Ministry of Jesus. It was a great study. This week's lesson is entitled Controversies. And as such, this week we're going to look at some of the controversies that surrounded Jesus' ministry. Our memory text for this week is very well known to us Adventists, and it comes from Mark 2:27 and 28. And he said to them, "The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath." One of the things I think that we all have in common is that we love a good story. It was Jonathan Gottschall who once said, we are, as a species, addicted to story. Even when the body goes to sleep, the mind stays up all night telling itself, stories. Now, why do we love a good story? Well, it's because they make us, feel good. A good story can boost our feelings of trust, compassion, and empathy. They can excite our imaginations, and they can help us to better understand the world in which we live. As a matter of fact, we know that our ability to learn and retain information goes up when you link that information to a story. Both Mark and Jesus are master storytellers. And this week, Mark is going to do something, that the other writers do not do. He tells a story within a story within a story. At first, you might not see the connection, but if you hang in there, you will discover that the stories are connected. Now, we come to Sunday's lesson, and the controversy begins. We know the story. The man was paralyzed, and they needed to get him to Jesus. There are so many people surrounding Jesus that the only way that could get to him was through the roof. I can imagine how surprised and impressed Jesus was, at the sight. Jesus looks at the man, and he said this, "My child, your sins are forgiven." Now, the Pharisees, they're watching all of this, and they're thinking, Jesus just committed blasphemy because only God can forgive sin. This was a crime punishable by death. Now, Jesus is about to commit the first miracle. Don't miss this. He reads the Pharisees' minds, and they missed it. He read their minds, their exact thoughts, and it didn't occur to them that only God could do that. They were so busy being offended that they missed the first miracle. So Jesus follows through with the second. He tells the man to get up and walk. Here's the point that Mark is trying to make. We can be so caught up in defending our religious traditions and man-made ideas of religious behavior that we can miss when God is on the move, working miracles all around us. And that was our nugget for today. Thank you for stopping by. Have a look at your lesson. We'll see you tomorrow.